So, the party has been mildly split up. Jamra, Agate, and Orentha have been watching the entrance and the inside of a house that seems to be a house of multiple purposes. It has young people going in. It had those that were following you earlier that sneaked in through the front or the back. And you have sort of been watching to make sure that nobody that you need to talk to or want to pay attention to is going in or out. Whereas Cyrenexia and Trindak, you stayed behind just to make sure that Jambus was not going to be attacked in any way. And so as you are spending the next bit of time, which would be about, I think, 3 or 4 hours watching him, just make me perception checks to make sure that you're not missing anything. Well.
Oh boy.
He's just
That's great.
We're going to be... look at that.
Not terrible.
How the tables have turned.
Y'all with the low wisdom of this.
Some people have very low wisdom.
Everyone.
It happens to be the people you're seeing. So, Cyrenexia, nothing. Trindak, maybe, but you're not sure if it's your ears
I'm
playing
the one
tricks
that...
on you. I know.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you sort of spend some time freaking out Trindak before realizing that it's probably nothing. Meanwhile, Orentha, you are sitting next to Jamra and Agate's bodies as they are listening in to their familiars.
I was keeping an eye out to make sure we weren't catching anyone's attention and pretending to talk to them like everything was normal.
Okay. So...
like AirPods in or something.
Yeah. Oh god, they can't hear me. They're in their familiars.
Now you have to act out their voices.
Alright. Orentha, make me a deception check really quickly.
Oh no.
Yes!
Okay.
You're talking, you're mouthing, you feel like you're doing a great job.
I'm like shaking them when I pretend to be in their voices so they look like they're moving.
I see no possible way that couldn't work.
Yeah. And is anybody watching us?
I mean, Agate, you feel very jostled at times, and you're not quite sure if you should be terrified or not. Orentha, perception check to see if people are watching you.
Oh, Jesus. 4.
Oh, okay. At least I wasn't a 3. It seems as though pretty much, like, there's some people who are walking by, but it doesn't seem like they're actually paying attention to you.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Agate, inside, you've just heard the man sitting in the room sigh and say, I don't know what to do anymore. And the woman says, well, it's simple. We have to stop that shipment. So they seem to sort of just be not beaten down, but just tired and sort of exhausted. Make me an insight check.
I'm on it.
Okay. So they definitely seem tired, and you're also relatively sure that at least one of them is one of the people that was following you earlier.
Okay. I'm going to leave Jasper.
Okay.
Yeah. And relay that
And what?
information to Orentha. So I come back to my body and I'm like, hey, one of them is definitely one of the people we saw before. What do you think we should do? They say they're going to stop the shipment.
Did they mention anybody else? Is
Oh,
it just them?
They didn't mention anyone else. I don't know if there's more.
Should we interrogate them?
Yeah, maybe you should interrogate them. You're a little scarier than I am.
Oh. Yes. There, I forgot you were a little girl for a second. Okay then.
Okay.
You want to sneak in?
Yeah, so what if I'll stay back here. So wait, hang on. They're on the ground floor, right?
Yes.
Well, we could leave Genre by the back window to have him up there. I could go by the front door, and then you could go and interrogate.
Sure. Okay.
I missed
What's
a bit
the
about
worst
John
that
Rush, sorry.
could possibly go wrong?
Nothing's gonna go wrong. We're gonna leave Genre at the back window to guard. I'm gonna be at the front of the door, and then
I'm gonna sneak in.
Gary.
Okay, you're sneaking in through the front door, or are you sneaking around through the back to figure out if there is a back door?
I'll case it. I'll case the joint. I'll go around back to see if there's another entrance.
Wait! You should pretend you're a mailman, and you're like, "Hey, the shipment. What's your problem with me?" or something like that.
Like there's inclement weather and the package is going to be delayed or something like that?
Exactly. Just like start there, and then like
FedEx alert. Okay. Okay. I'd still like to know if there's a back door just in case I have to run.
Okay. Sounds good. So as you make your way around the building, it's sort of larger than you expected at the beginning, but it's still relatively small. And as you go around back, you notice there is a small door. You're not quite sure, given what Agate has told you, if it is necessarily a clear path to the store, but...
Okay. I'll go back around front.
All right.
To Agate. What was the pin they were wearing?
pin they were wearing.
They were wearing a pin.
Will they have like a lightning bolt design thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that one. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll
So you're
take off
an
my... I can almost hear her voice. I'll take off my balaclava, or whatever it's called, my mask, and go in,
Okay.
pretending to be a perfectly normal person, and go to the door that they were inside.
Alright, so you have not actually seen indoors yet. It's just Agate sort of telling you the layout. So, the first thing that happens is the front door comes open relatively easily, but then you're left looking down this hallway that has 2 doors to the right and 1 on the left. And then there's a dead end.
Do the doors have numbers on them? Like, is it an inn?
No,
Okay. Did Agate tell me?
they don't have numbers on them specifically.
Did Agate tell me which way they were?
Agate?
I don't think so, but while I'm waiting out front, I'm gonna do Jasper, and I'm just gonna run and lead her in.
Okay. So Jasper's running in front of Arentha? Sorry.
Jasper's running to like find Arentha and then go with Arentha into the ring.
Okay. So Jasper is running from the oh great, I lost my hair tie. As Jasper's running from the room where he was. I need you to make a stealth check for him.
Okay.
He
Good.
just wants to be seen.
I just want to be known. Okay. 1 second, please. Okay. As rolling dice secretly is very, very hard.
Any chance you have actual dice on you?
Downstairs. I could run and go get them.
You can do that if you want.
It will make your life easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna run down and do that.
Sarah, I just remembered, you can do Mask of Many Faces at will, right?
Yeah.
You can be super intimidating.
I'm running to get it.
I mean, she can't change her height more than I think a foot one way or the other, so she can't be like that big.
She can be like a 5 foot tall intimidating.
Ooh, can you do that? I think it's Chinese, the tradition of wearing the mask and then be like, fuck, different mask. Just like, fucking juke him out.
I think it would be a 4 foot tall orc. And we really
Half orc, half halfling.
Actually, you could technically be a 5 foot, because if I recall correctly, disguise self allows you to be 1 foot taller or 1 foot shorter.
Yeah, but she's a child.
Fine. I'll be a 3 foot orc.
Okay. Yay. I miss these days.
I think being disturbed could count as intimidation. I would be
Very
disturbed
tiny
by a 3 foot half orc, half halfling.
That's mildly terrifying. Okay, so as Jasper is sort of scrambling down the curtain, are you in his form right now, or is he doing it on his own?
He's gonna do this on his own, because I think I told him to go find Arentha and bring her back.
Okay, so another thing he should do is a perception check to figure out which way Arentha might be.
Okay.
Sniff-based.
Sniff. I gotta pull up his sheet, but I'm just gonna roll perception for me for now.
Okay. I think it was either 1 or 2 more. So, Jasper is sort of climbing down this curtain. He sort of starts falling. As he's like going down, he doesn't realize and sort of knocks something over. It's quiet because the man in the room doesn't notice, but the woman sort of switches and is like, something's here. And stands up and starts pulling on the clothes that were on the back of her chair. And then another humanoid walks in with sort of medium-colored skin, white hair, brown eyes, sort of quick, sure-footed, and looks around and speaks in a language you don't really that Jasper wouldn't understand. Because you're not watching... Shoot, no one has eyes on this. I shouldn't have narrated any of it. This is so hard. Bah. But
You're doing great.
thanks! It's hard hard remembering when Agate is here and when Agate isn't here because it can be instantaneous. But it's okay.
Hey, also, side note, outside I have used math many faces to turn into a 79-year-old 3-foot half-orc.
Sounds good. Thank you for the specificity. So, Orentha, you're looking around and sort of trying to figure out which of the doors you should use. What were your thoughts?
Do they look any different?
I mean, each one's slightly different in that some are more scratched up than others. I mean, this is clearly not the best part of town, just because partially its name, the comma, and partially the fact that, like, you know, it's not the nicest houses, it's not the nicest shops.
Can I listen at the doors and see if I hear anything?
Sure, which door would you like to start with?
The one alone, the alone door.
Okay,
I
so
think it's
you
on the left.
look towards the left, and there doesn't seem to be blood on it, which is helpful. So put your ear up against that and give me a perception check, please.
5.
Okay.
We are rolling great tonight.
Well, maybe you're saving it for combat.
2. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Well,
Guys,
clearly you are not meant to observe today. You hear nothing. Next door, maybe? Or do you want to go in through here?
I trust myself. Next door.
Okay.
9.
This one's also pretty quiet.
Third door.
You hear a tiny squeak.
I assume that's the undead chipmunk, and I try to open the door.
Okay. It is... Whoa. Unlocked. So you managed to just go through. And as you go in, you come into what sort of seems like a bedroom with a door leading to another chamber. And as you step in, you see a tiny little chipmunk scurrying towards you.
Is there anyone else in the room?
Not in the room you're currently in.
Okay.
It seems like there are voices coming from the room beyond.
Okay. I want to, pull my hood up from my cloak so I look super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And slightly obscured, and I walk into the room.
Jasper in front of her is strutting because he's really, really proud that he found her. So imagine a chipmunk strutting, leading her into the next room.
Okay, so Jasper has now turned around and is going with Orentha.
I reduce my speed to 10 so I can walk behind this proud chipmunk.
The chipmunk actually has a walking speed of 35. The chipmunk is faster than you.
No, it is not. I have a speed of 40.
Okay, the chipmunk is not faster than you, but is faster than pretty much anyone else in the town.
Very
It's
fast.
faster than me.
That's very fast.
It is. It's weird. Squirrels are weird.
So we will go into the next room.
Okay.
Oh, and I want to close the door behind me.
Which door?
The front door that I just walked through. Well, both doors that I've gone through so far. So the
Okay.
front door to the building and then the door to the bedroom.
Alright. How stealthy are you being with that?
Stealthy. Nope. Not the one.
Nope.
You hear oh, come on. Sorry, I'm running things. Okay, and Orentha, your passive perception is 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you hear nothing as you're closing these doors. One of them sort of slams. You weren't expecting that before you can even get to closing it. And you step into this room that Agate has seen, but you have not. There is a table there, and there is a man sitting at a table. And he stands as he sees you come in and says, "Who are you?"
Good evening. My name is Lilia. I work for a man named Jambus.
Okay, and as you say that, someone comes up behind you and puts a knife to your neck.
Okay. I heard that you're trying to stop a shipment from going through, and I want in.
And
I hate this guy's guts, and I would love to tell you how to best go about stealing from him.
okay, the knife sort of presses in closer. It's not cutting yet, but it might be soon. And roll me a deception check really quick. Okay.
Oh, I thought that was Maria that rolled that.
Nope, I'm rolling other things.
The damage of the knife in your back.
I don't know what these people get for insight. But the knife sort of tightens, and Ryan, why don't you start just role-playing for yourself? Since they know you're in the room.
It all started 3 years ago when I started working for him. The pay is terrible.
Nobody in the room seems
Quarters are awful.
like they trust what you're saying. And the man sort of taps his hands on, or his fingers, sorry, on the table and says, "Good story. Tell me another one. Why are you here?"
The individual standing right behind you with the knife in your neck steps around so that they're just in your peripheral vision. You can just make out a little bit of white hair and just like a form wearing the same kind of black clothing you'd seen previously. And he steps around, still with the knife up against your neck, and says, "I've heard that one before. It doesn't quite work as well as you'd think it would. Why don't you try again?" If you're struggling, I suggest you ask your little friend there. And he nods towards where the chipmunk is very obviously standing.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but chipmunks can't really talk.
Well, then I suppose we have no need for it. And I'm going to throw a dagger at the chipmunk.
Okay, roll to attack. And Sarah, I really need poor Jasper's stuff.
That's an 18 to hit
I'm
the dagger.
Snare?
I would assume it hits him.
Wait, hang on. My armor class is 13.
18 hits.
Can I?
That is... Wait, why did he roll...
If you click the word dagger.
No, that's what I did, but it only rolled the attack. It didn't roll damage.
Can
No,
I
that should be damage. You have to click the word dagger inside.
That's what I did, I thought.
Yes, you may use deflect missiles. Okay,
Alright,
now,
hold on.
Nyx, when you look at the chat, click the word dagger.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it didn't do damage, which is why...
In the chat?
But that's okay, it does 7 damage.
Okay. Before you get there, Orentha, go ahead and use deflect missiles. Because, Nyx, do you still have a dagger at her throat?
Yep, I pulled the other dagger.
Okay, if you want to try, Orentha.
Sure. I catch it because it's my dex plus my monk level. Oh no, it's 3, so I have to roll 1d10.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
So I catch 9 damage, so I have a dagger now, and the chipmunk doesn't get hurt.
Okay.
Okay, so the knife is still at your throat, but the voice changes and now sounds impressed. Very
And I would
well done.
I would like to take the knife that I now have and spin and put it at his throat. If I can.
Roll for something. Let's go with. Just go with attack.
If it helps you, Maria, the moment I see her moving to do that shit, I'm gonna bonus action disengage and step away.
Okay. Both of you just do dexterity checks.
Dexterity check, you say?
Yes. Because you're both spinning.
Dang it.
Okay. Alright. The individual steps away from you, Orentha, and you are left with a dagger sort of being lunged, but the individual is now too far away. The man at the table stands up, and and starts moving around the table to get closer to you.
As he does that, the individual who you can now see is the individual with white hair. Looks human, white hair, brown eyes, wearing those same dark leathers as the other two, holds up his hand to stop the man who was coming around the table.
Okay.
What a cutthroat situation.
Puns are accepted.
50 XP for that one?
Sure.
Ryan reaches through the computer to attack you.
Michael, if you add it to the wiki, I will be willing to consider XP.
Anyway, so the individual who was holding a knife at your throat and no longer is, has motioned for the other guy to stop, and he moves over to the table, and you can now see, he is still holding his other dagger. He's got a rapier at his side, and there is a short bow on his back. And he moves over to the table and sort of leans up against it, looking kind of weirdly casual for the situation, and says, "So, you've shown to be significantly more skilled than at least you would like us to believe, and we've shown somewhat similar. So, why don't you try again? Who are you, and why are you here?"
Side note, I am Jasper has run into a corner and I'm looking through Jasper, so I know what's happening too.
Okay, good.
The truth is, I'm curious. You don't see a lot of cult-type shit in everyday life.
I'm sorry. What do you think we are?
I mean, you wear dark robes with lightning bolt insignias and kill people that try and walk into your private space, which, that last one, fair. But the rest of it, culty.
There are many different kinds of people who wish to avoid being seen, as well as many different kinds of people who don't exactly like their privacy to be invaded.
Sure, but typically groups of them together are interesting.
Yes.
I just came to learn some more information.
Yes, but see, what I am interested in is your affiliation with this merchant, Jambus Darthier, I believe was the name that you mentioned at the beginning. So, why use that name in this particular instance?
Seemed like you were going to rob him.
And that is of your concern, why?
I've been employed by him for about 2 weeks.
Ah, so now we come to it. So, I'm sorry, I did not believe I caught your name.
Lilia.
Lilia, pleasure to meet you. You may refer to me as Nyx. Can I insight check to see if that's actually her name? Real quick.
Can I I also say that this is so much creepier without having like a person to look at?
Oh, trust me, it'd be creepier if you could actually
the voice, and I'm like, oh no.
Yes,
Anyway,
you may, Ryan. Emily, make a deception check, please. Never mind, don't even worry about it.
Don't even do it. Don't even do it. It doesn't matter.
Ah, he's so wise.
She could roll a natural 1.
Yeah, okay,
Wise,
make a
but I have
deception.
expertise and insight.
Yeah, you're fine. Lilia it is.
Okay. So, Lilia.
What are you
You
interested in robbing from my employer?
Well, that's the question now, isn't it? You wouldn't happen to know what your employer is importing by any chance, would you?
No. I know that it seems shifty, the means he has of transporting his goods, which is why I was so curious why you wanted to steal from him.
Well, allow me to elucidate the situation. He gets up, steps forward and just says, "You see, my associates and I are, shall we say, representatives of a group of individuals who would also very much like to know what your employer is bringing in. Let's just say we are apprehensive about the nature of these imports, and we do not believe they belong in Barbara."
What makes you apprehensive?
Well, you seem to already know a significant amount of it. Attempting to be secretive with regards to how these things are coming in and what they are. The people I represent do not like things that they don't know about.
Who are the people you represent?
Slow smile curls his face. That, I'm afraid, is a need-to-know basis, and you, unfortunately, don't need to know.
Okay. It's cold.
He just kind of chuckles at that.
There's so many individuals and groups.
Maria, would I know, like, is the symbol of the lightning bolt significant in any way to any bureaucratic branch? Like, they just feel like government spies.
Okay. So you see this map that we're looking at right here?
I have to take that mic. Yes.
Those
Okay.
enlightened
So-
centrists.
When you first came into Guavira, you hung out around Gullsfoot and Hearthfire. How much in the month or so before you met the rest of Squad 13 did you make it further south?
I imagine she just spent that month walking around town. She didn't have much else to do.
Getting drunk.
Well, okay. Only in the evenings.
Okay, so make me a history check then.
Okay, hold on. I'm dumb.
And yet you got what you needed. Given that you spent so much time walking around. You know that the lightning bolt refers to a group known as the Nicto Kurasis, which has jobs
The
around
what?
the oh, 1 second, let me type it up.
The Nicto Kurasis?
Which has jobs around the city that aren't necessary. I mean, they're protectors of the city, but they're protectors whose. So, the Tranquil Guards are protectors of the city, and their actions are sort of seen as upholding the Three Queens' rule and making it safe for everyone else. The Nicto Kurasis has a much more secretive agenda, and while people respect them, and in some cases laud them, there's also a healthy element of fear.
It's kind of like secret police.
Similar.
It's like God.
It's exactly like God, Mike.
Okay. Nick. Since we are both interested parties, why don't you give me a little more information you have on him, a little more reason for your suspicion, so I am inclined to help you. Because right now it isn't worth it to me to betray someone who pays me money. You provide evidence of your suspicion that may change my mind. Or if you offer me money.
Well, put it this way. You are currently under the employment of someone who is going to find themselves in a not inconsiderable amount of trouble very soon. If I were you, I would think somewhat carefully about what side you want to be on in that particular... Conflict is much too nasty a word for it, but the point still stands.
If you are correct. If you are correct, he will be in trouble. If you are wrong, I will be in trouble.
I'm not asking for you to be involved in anything you do not wish to be. However, you are currently involving yourselves in my business. Therefore, I do need to ensure that it is for the right reasons. You have already given me more than enough information that I need to suit my purposes, so what you do with the knowledge that your employer is, shall we say, under investigation, you can do with that knowledge whatever you like.
Okay. This is a lot. I'm a huge fan of your creepy aesthetic. It's well
nice to be
crafted and I
appreciated.
appreciate it. Yep, it's a good one. I'm just gonna go talk to my friends now. Don't try to kill me, because I'll stab you.
As you're stepping out, before you leave, should you be interested in talking more about these subjects, you can find me here.
Arantha just nods and walks out. With Jasper. She picks up Jasper.
You feel yourself being lifted. Rather, you don't feel yourself being lifted. You are very stationary, but all of a sudden it's like...
Great. Okay,
Is anyone peeping?
it's me, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it stop, okay?
Oh, okay. I just... okay.
Texting me. Do I make it stop? Well, I'm just gonna exit out and do it on my phone. Okay.
I just wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear it, so I was trying to make sure it was me.
Okay, so as you walk out the door, you see a 3-foot-tall, 79-year-old half orc.
Oh.
They're like,
Excuse me, sir.
what are you doing out so late? It's past your bedtime.
Deception check with advantage. Oh, and Sarah?
DM use the words.
I said deception check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Okay. Next, if you want to make an insight check too, that's fine.
What's that?
But if you, are you following Arentha out?
Yeah, I'm just going to. Yeah, I'm following. And the blame for the fact that I'm still alive.
My audio is terrible. I'm gonna connect and reconnect.
Yeah,
Really funky.
Yeah, that was really weird.
that was
Robots just invaded our call there for a
It's
second.
better now.
Yeah.
that made me sick to my stomach.
I was like,
Did you get what I just said? Or
Nope, I read your lips and ascertained that you're probably following Arentha out.
Yeah, so I'm following. I'm stomping after Arentha angrily as if she's the reason that I'm still alive and I'm mad about it.
I'm just gonna turn around and say, "Shut up, old man," and I'm gonna push him lightly.
Old man.
Well, that escalated.
And I'm gonna look for Agate.
Okay, I am going to continue being watched. I am going to continue following Arentha as this angry old man until we're in a dark alley.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then I'll become Agate.
Okay. And how stealthy are you being as you go towards this?
Oh, I'm being really loud and obnoxious as an old man following Arentha.
Sounds good.
If I was 50 years younger and you were 10 years older,
Do I know it's Agate?
Insight check. Actually, no, you have no idea.
I did it.
doesn't she have any ideas? I think that's pretty...
Why are you following me? Just shut up.
I'm following you because you have my chipmunk. Friend, hi.
Oh my god. Stop. Here's your chipmunk. That was terrible. That went horribly. That was so much worse than I thought it was going to be.
Before you do that, perception checks, unless you're not being... Yeah, perception check.
Alright.
Arentha, you notice as you start saying that there is someone behind you.
Who is it?
It is Nyx.
Oh, God. Go away! I shout to Nyx.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Wait, where are we right now, Loretta?
You've just left the house where you were established, and overall you are in the comma, which is this area.
Okay. Yeah, Nyx is going to sort of fade back, duck down the nearest alley.
Arentha just shouts, "Go 50 feet further!"
I've broken eye contact. You don't see me at this point.
You can
He
still
has
shout
run.
at you.
That guy is so creepy. There were a bunch of creepy people in there.
I'm sorry.
And I wasn't very intimidating. They were pretty intimidating.
I was listening and I thought you did a really good job. I'm still an
Okay.
old man, but you're hearing a 13-year-old girl voice out of it.
Cute.
I thought you did really good. They didn't kill you.
No.
learned some stuff. I don't. Wait, where's Jamra?
Yeah. Oh, do we care? Okay.
Well, Jamra, Derek, were you actually going to run him, or?
I thought I was gonna like run combat things.
Okay,
and
sounds
not-
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You're
double checking.
Following along.
So Jamra's like
In
there, but
Jamra-esque
isn't role
manner.
playing.
Jamra is
Okay.
keeping track of what's going on.
Okay.
And I was just, I was wondering if you were, like, keeping him with me, or if he ran off during that encounter, or, like, what. Okay.
I'd imagine he'd be with you.
Yeah. Derek, you could run Jamra.
Jamra, you seem good at the strategizing thing. What do you think we should do? Arentha?
I have a specific skill set.
Thought he was being quiet in the background. Be very thoughtful and uncharacteristic.
He doesn't seem to hear you.
Look, I don't know who the good guy is in this situation. These people are like bureaucrats. They're like secret.
Secret bureaucrats?
They're legit people. They work for the government. They're investigating Jambus because he's 50. They think he's doing something illegal.
I mean,
Okay, I would not say that the Nicto Kurasis works for the government.
Well, the organization. Was he wearing one of those lightning bolt things?
Yes, I'm just saying, like, you definitely didn't get the sense that Nicto Kurasis works for the government.
Oh. So they're okay. They kind of okay. They're more like
They're kind of like secret police, but they're not secret police with the
I thought
government.
they were like the CIA.
No.
So they're like the mafia.
Yes.
So never mind. I definitely know who the good guy is in this situation.
I say that I don't know who the good guy is, but let's work for the people that are paying us.
Yes, that makes sense.
I'm okay with that. Right.
So do we warn
that-
them?
Yeah. Jamra agrees that is the prudent course of action. So work for who's paying you.
Oh, of course he does.
Well, I mean, we could like work out during the shipment or try to figure out what it is, and then maybe if we want to do something, we can. But
Yeah. 'Cause if it's like art or something, it's not bad. But if it's slavery,
that would be bad.
that's bad. So there's levels.
Art to slavery.
Yeah, those are the two ends, and then the middle is what we can work with.
Okay. So, I guess let's go back home.
Okay.
We don't have anything more useful to do.
Yep. Let's go home.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch out for Nyx. See if he's following us.
Or looking for this guy.
Both of you are aware what he looks like, technically, so you can look out for him following you.
Okay.
Just make me a perception check. Are you just looking for him or for anyone that might be following you?
I would say anyone who would be following us, but I mean, if they're in that uniform thing, they all look the same.
I'm looking specifically for him because I don't like him.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, so you guys are walking home. Trindeck and Cyrenixia, after a long but uneventful night, you guys finish your what's the word? It's not stealth, it's not session, it's not watch. Shift! There we go.
Yeah. I imagine we probably took turns, and maybe like when everybody else got back from their shenanigans, they took a turn as well.
Well, it's not an all-night shift. It is a 4-hour shift.
Oh, okay, there we go.
As I said before. So it is a 4-hour shift. And as you're finishing that up, you see Orentha, Jamra, and Agate walk in.
Guys,
Welcome back.
And you're now in the mess hall.
And where were you off to?
we just went to go get some groceries.
Alright.
And then we ate them on the way home.
Did they not tell us that they were going to check this out?
I thought they told you.
Okay, you knew? Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if Mike's character knew.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't.
I know that you know Cyrenixia, but
We went to go
It's up to you.
advise on the people who met with us
Well-
tonight.
Were you able to find any useful information?
They are, I will say this very quietly, since we're in the mess hall. They're
Is there anybody else in the mess hall? It's like, what, midnight or later now?
Why are you whispering?
I can't hear you!
Speak up.
They're investigating Jambus because they think he's smuggling something illegal.
Illegal?
Or bad. That's what they said anyway.
we don't know if like they're the bad guys or we're the bad guys or no one's the bad guy. I mean, they could be smuggling art.
Yep.
And who are they? Did you discover their identity?
They're called the Nicto Kurasis. It's
The Nicto Kurasis.
an organization of... I don't even know how to describe it. I thought it was so
Are
many
they the
things.
mafia?
Oh, they're just like the mafia.
They're more mafia enforcers than the mafia itself, but that's okay.
Worse.
That seems worse.
That's much worse.
What they got to do with all this?
They want whatever our boss is shipping, and we don't know what he's shipping, and we don't know what they want, and we don't know what they're doing, and we don't know what we're doing. So maybe we could figure
That's
out.
fair.
Maybe. They're usually the only ones that ship in a certain thing, but Jambus has started shipping it in and they don't want any competition.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe they're disrupting the market segment.
That is possible.
I don't know much about the market. Well, what do we do then?
I think for the time being, we continue our employment with Jambus. We have given him our word that we have a contract with him that we will continue to protect him. And in the event that his actions show a lack of proper fortitude, then and moral consideration, then we will take whatever action is required to prevent harm from befalling those which should not.
I mean, if we want, we could try to figure out what the shipment is.
I think that if we can, I believe that would be good. However, I don't see a way to do that at the moment. It is late. We'll be seeing it tomorrow when it's coming in anyway.
Is it in the tunnels that we cleared out? Did he tell us, did Jambus tell us where it was?
No.
He told us that we'd go to the tunnels tomorrow for the shipment.
My eyes twitch.
They're spacious tunnels.
They're the luxury ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you say so.
Wait, this is a DM question. So the shipment is coming in through the tunnels and not like at the docks or something.
The best that you know is that it's probably coming in through the south gate.
Through the south gate.
Yes. Whether that's underneath the south gate or above ground, you're not quite sure yet, but
Okay.
Are we going
I mean,
to the
you
tunnel?
can probably ascertain.
We going to help with this, or like, are we going to be guarding him during the shipment tomorrow, or do we know?
Or are we escorting the shipment somewhere, or are we just...
You will be present. And you know that you will be present.
When it comes, or are we traveling with it somewhere?
You are meeting it where it comes into Guavira and will be walking with it back to wherever it needs to go.
Okay.
Well, I guess since we know that there might be trouble tomorrow, I don't know, should we warn anyone? Maybe we should.
I mean, I think we're the only ones
Who
guarding.
would we warn? The Tranquil Guard is incompetent.
I mean, we could... yeah, that's true.
We have shown ourselves to be far more effective than any other law enforcement at dealing with problems. As sad as it is to say.
Vigilantes. I mean, we could warn Jambus, but I think he already knows.
I mean, he may not know. He might appreciate us telling him.
I mean, what do we say? Do we say, hey, you know those people you told us not to worry about and not to get involved with? Well, we went and worried about them and got involved with them, and they told us they were going to try to steal your things tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I think... Wait, hang on. This is DM question. Didn't Jambus know that we were... And then he said, great, have fun. Let me know what you find out.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Oh. Gosh, never mind.
I mean, maybe let's go talk to Jump.
Jambus is asleep. If you choose to awaken him, that is up to you. But I'm just telling you, he is now asleep. It is now late.
I think it is likely that he is assuming something of this nature may be occurring tomorrow, otherwise he would not have need for the extra escort.
You did
I
seem
think
a bit
informing
off.
him in the morning would be more than...
I mean, but if we let him know now, he could change it to somewhere else or do something. What time in the morning is it?
Good question. Let's find out. 7.
7 a.m.
What?
What?
At 7 a.m., you're heading out.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so I think... Okay.
Wait,
And it's now
what?
probably like 10.
Okay.
So we should go to bed soon.
Yeah, let's just go to sleep. I don't know.
Yeah. Assuming because he asked specifically us to be guarding his chambers. Is there somebody else who took over?
Maria?
Sorry,
Hello?
one more time.
Jambus asked specifically for Squad 13 to be the ones to be guarding his chambers. So who took over?
I mean, for the beginning half, you were guarding. 1 second,
Yeah.
parents just whistled, which means stuff.
Good luck.
Parents. Is she home?
I would think so.
Yeah.
No idea what
generally
just happened. Sorry, so Squad 13 was watching at the beginning and then you switched. He wanted one of you guys there at the beginning of the night.
Oh, it was just the beginning of the night that he was worried about.
Yes, so I can simplify my life.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I still think it would be wise if we organize a shift of us with the 5 of us. We can keep one person on his room for the night and still get a good rest before the shipment leaves and arrives in the morning.
Sounds good.
Let's do
And
that.
we will
I'll do it.
inform him of what we have learned when he awakes.
So who's taking first shift?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna take first watch of Jambus's room.
Okay.
And
Sounds
there are
good.
other guards there?
Yeah, you can. I'm trying to figure out if Kamash would be around.
I fucking knew it was one of those.
I mean, we
There's
apparently
what,
make
like
up half of the household guard, so
There's like 6
a,
other people. Yeah, so it's one of the more quiet guards that does not seem nearly as taken by you as Tamash and the other guy whose name I can't remember right now.
Stern.
Derm? Yeah, it was Derm. Jeez. So you can do a perception check for me, please. Okay. The night passes quietly. All right, so let's have one more shift because we'll have the others covered by different guards that are part of the house.
I'll take the second shift.
Okay. You end up with Kamash.
Oh, goody.
As we pass each other in the hallway, the switching of the guards, I just say, good luck.
Oh, I know. Thanks.
Perception check, please.
Oh, I'm right tired.
You fall asleep and are shaken awake by Thomas. She's like, "What are you doing, man?"
Hey, shut up. Don't make me hurt you. I say
Right.
like super wearily.
Yeah. So did you want to take the sort of very early morning watch, or did you want to take the midnight watch?
Asking me?
Yeah.
The early morning.
Okay, so bright and early at 6 a.m. Well, no, we're in Pemalp. So at like 5:30ish. Jambus pokes his head out and says, "Breakfast! And you can stop guarding the door."
Alright. We have some stuff to update you on when you all get together.
He sort of nods and says, "The members of Squad 13 may dine with me."
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hurry, I'm hungry.
And I follow.
Have we been woken up in some fashion to come down to breakfast then?
Yes.
I imagine we can assemble.
Jamra is stuck in bed with stomachache.
Ah.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Is he?
Okay. So, Trindak, you know that Jembus, while mostly be very friendly, he is an absolute bear in the morning. So, you're not expecting much from this breakfast. But all of you sit down at breakfast in Jembus's quarters. And he says, Trindak said you had news for me.
Hi.
Yes.
Well?
Last night, a few of our members went out to look for the people we had met with last night, the cloaked figures. They are members of the Nicto Kurasis, and we believe they'll make an attack on the shipment today. That's all.
He nods and, like, stuffs his face full of a bite of sausage. Like, you think bite, it's, like, this big, and it all manages to go into his mouth, like, while he's chewing furiously. Ha ha ha. Chewing.
You said sausage this long.
I know, but it goes in while being chewed.
You're not helping.
Now.
It's too late. It's too late. You can't recover from this. Move on. It's fine.
I think the sausage can't recover, but that's whatever.
Sorry.
I should be at Howard Stern.
I feel like you guys breaking the DM should not be rewarded.
It's all going on YouTube, though. So.
Yep, it's fine. We're so popular, nobody would care.
Sausage, you
Right, sausage. The Nicto Kurasis. He sort of nods.
They're importing sausages.
It's been right in front of us the whole time.
Well, given that I'm required to tell the Nicto Kurasis when there is a shipment, I'm not surprised that they are aware of it. However, I would prefer that the shipment managed to go through without them confiscating more than their share.
If you don't mind me asking, what are you shipping?
He sort of smiles. It seems like the coffee has woken him up. And says, the lands outside of Govira are very useful for potions and the gaining of knowledge. This particular shipment will be very helpful in ascertaining, or, well, not ascertaining, but rather cementing my position in Govira, and may even help change that position in Govira. I do not necessarily want to give you so much information that it puts you all in danger, especially since there are people here that would be very pleased to torture it out of you if they knew that you had the information. So suffice it to say, it is powerful. It is magical when in the right hands. And the Nicto Kurasis would probably love to keep it if they could overpower my guards and take parts of it, and they would know that I have no real way of retaliating. So your job is to prevent them from taking more than their fair share.
Okay.
Their fair share. What is that?
Well, I'm required to pay them a tax, shall we say, for anything I bring into the city. Similarly to what the clinkers, and you know this is the other name for the coin purses, or the gilded pockets, the merchants, and the ink stained. So the merchants sort of bring things in, but they have a system of taxes that goes both through them and through the clerking system. The Nicto Kurasis, as he proceeds to explain, has their own sort of taxing system. Less than what would be above ground and much less restrictive, but their own taxing system for things that are brought in through their tunnels. So, the gold payment is one thing. However, given their resources, they may decide that they do not necessarily want my shipment coming in. There is a small chance that they may decide to look through it. And if they decide to look through it, there is a not so small chance that they will try to confiscate it. And this group is rather good about understanding when merchants choose to not give up their wares. So I'm not very worried about retaliation. So basically I want you to prevent them from looking through my things, and if they do look through my things, I would prefer that you stop the current group of people that will be there with the shipment from taking most of it.
And may I ask why the shipment cannot be brought in through more above the ground channels?
Because it's illegal and shouldn't be.
So, just for peace of mind, if we have a sliding scale and on one side is art and the other side is slaves, would you say that this shipment is closer to the art side, or the worst side? Just so we can know what to expect.
We're okay with illegal, but we're not okay with evil.
Yeah.
It is inanimate.
That does make me
There are many artifacts of great power and evil that live in inanimate objects. That is not a great deal.
The more information I give you, the more danger you put yourselves in. Are
That
you sure you
does
want
not
that
worry
information?
me.
But it does worry me, especially since the more information you have, the more dangerous you are.
Kind of worries me.
Where's Jamra?
He has taken ill this morning.
Insight check. He chooses to believe you.
Good, I'm being honest. Yeah, it's a nasty disease too, because I can't cure it with my magic.
You what?
Oh, I have my lay on hands can cure diseases.
Oh,
It's a nasty disease.
it's a very bad
Some sort of-
disease. He's not able to
some
come
sort
with
of
you.
magical thing from prior, like a late onset planar travel
It's senioritis.
disruption.
He just can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
He sat up too quick and the blood drained from his head.
It would, Dartha, it would make me far more comfortable to know what I am helping you transport into this. It would make you more I will give you my word, I will not communicate this information, except I will not communicate what you tell me with anyone here, with anyone else. The rest of these people may leave if they do not wish to hear it, but it would be supremely reassuring. And I can guarantee you that that information will not leave our confidences.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on.
So
I want to
Nixia-
use some inspiration.
Okay.
So let's try again. Slightly better.
Okay. He just looks at you, smiles, and says, Cyrenixia, I have hired you. I am under no obligation to tell you anything.
Very well.
During the scope of this task, is there anything that we should not do? You mentioned eliminating any parties that... What?
It's not you. Just keep going.
Oh. You mentioned eliminating any parties that try to take more than their fair. Fair is fair. Should we leave them alive, is what I'm asking. Is there anything we should not do?
Don't attack any officials of the city, since that would be much more trouble than it's worth, and you would all probably be put to death. But anyone dressed as members of the Nicto Kurasis, as you saw yesterday, are fair game. You may do as you like with them.
Okay.
Cyrenixia is not particularly pleased with this arrangement, but is controlling her rage.
Good.
Admirably.
I'm so looking forward to one day when she fails. I don't think it's happened yet.
It almost did. And then
I mean,
Jabra
remember the
almost died.
first session when I ran after the guard?
Yep, I do. That was
Yeah.
scary. That's the reason we have the death rattle.
No, he wouldn't have made it anyway, because I would have spent my turn going after the troglodyte, and Jamra would have died. Rolled the natural one and died anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right. So as we've been sitting at breakfast, I've wanted to test the limitations of Jasper's abilities, so I've given him a sausage. Can he eat the entire sausage?
easily.
You guys ever seen that video of a seagull eating an entire hot dog?
No. I am looking this up.
It's horrifying.
It's just like that, except with the chipmunk.
No, the chipmunk has absolutely no problem.
I shouldn't have said anything.
That's terrifying.
The look of horror right now is actually kind of wonderful.
Just for posterity.
Wait, I'm Googling it. Hang on.
Oh my gosh.
The link is in the Discord.
Great.
Where did it go?
It's
That is
gullet.
the question.
Oh.
Oh my god, he's gonna choke. Oh my god. Chew it!
Well, this escalated.
That's
Oh, no.
terrifying. So if they eat fish whole,
Hot dog eater.
Okay, can we get back to drama? And
sorry. I think it's dramatic.
You might choke.
The
was
guy
fair.
took a hot dog. What the hell?
The what?
That's the worst video I've ever seen in my life.
Wait.
in the Discord.
I'm missing something. Oh, I don't want to see that. Okay.
It just disappears and then he launches it 2 feet in the air.
I don't want to know. Okay. Back to drama.
Yes.
Unless we all need like a 5-minute break to relax. I feel like Sarah needs a break. Derek is just backlit with this blue light, and he's like, I
My
refuse.
computer being
video
weird.
that
Oh, okay.
It's not. There's not actually any blue light down here. It's just my video settings. So when the light gets dimmer, it switches to like dark mode.
Derek Sherry, the master of warm and cool lighting.
Alright, sorry, I'm good. It's fine.
Insight check.
So Jasper fits an entire sausage into its tiny undead chipmunk body.
Jasper has one entire sausage.
But the thing is that like Jasper opens his mouth and the sausage starts going in, but as soon as it touches the inside of his mouth, it sort of blinks inside. So it doesn't look nearly as terrifying.
So it's definitely more of the second video.
I have not seen the second video, and I refuse to.
Well, now you know kind of what it looks like.
Don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. The sausage disappears. Next topic.
I guess we get ready.
All right. You may now start getting ready. How do you get ready? How do you all prepare for what may be your death?
I'm gonna go upstairs to Jamra.
Okay.
Jamra, I know that you're not feeling so well, but I have some food for you if you want it. I pull out a whole piece of sleeping bread, and Jasper ejects the sausage. It is the second video. Bread stale, but we just got the sausage from breakfast. Jasper got it for you. And I hand him the sandwich.
Thank you, Agate. And he sort of looks at it. And I don't know what Jack's Jamra would do, but this Jamra is going to proceed to set it aside and sort of say, I will eat it when my stomach is feeling better.
Hey, I hope you feel better. It's a really good sandwich. And I walk out. That's it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Alright, so I actually am going to call a bathroom break. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Do we want to take like 10 minutes?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And I will just stop the recording and see how to make it come back later.
We're like doing our morning routines.
Alright, all of you are doing your morning routines.
Sharpening my weapons, oiling everything, keeping my armor in good shape.
Sounds
It's
good.
always important to oil.
Squats, some cardio,
Push-ups?
push-ups,
Strength training?
pull-ups.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Okay, I get anything other than feeding
Um,
Jamra?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also going to drink a beer.
So, okay, constitution check, and let me start looking up
Minor.
beer.
One.
I don't know.
This is how I justify my
Wait.
subclass. Okay.
I think she's fine. There you go. She's fine.
Is
okay.
is there beer available for
Oh,
me?
wait, are you Way of the Drunkard?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, I love Way of the Drunkard so much.
I don't understand. Okay, you're
Wait.
fine.
What class is that for? Way of the
It's a
Drunkard?
monk. It's
This
the
is-
Way of the
oh,
Drunken
really?
drunken fist.
It's,
okay.
it's literally Junk Jackie Chan. That's literally
Nice.
what the class is.
Amazing. No, I didn't do anything other than after I got Jamra his sandwich, I'm gonna go downstairs and with the leftovers pack lunch for the rest of us and Jasper's cheese.
Oh, okay. I'm
Mike, I
going
have
to regret giving you a giant bag of holding.
Why
Or a
did
mini
you do
bag of
this?
holding.
Great.
Okay. So, with that, you are all prepared. Jambus takes you all outside and leads you down to down the streets through until you reach the comma, where from he sort of winds his way through many alleys, and I would like a perception check from those of you who would like to be keeping watch.
Is it like early morning now?
Yes.
It's like, yeah, not super early morning. But
Those
like
of you
middle
who are night owls
Like
should
7
probably make some kind of
Did
constitution.
did I accidentally make 2?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you
but we
did.
can use the
So-
first one.
The first one.
So yes, 16. Yeah.
Okay. 16. Alright. None of you really notice anything. There's some people who sort of seem to be watching you more carefully. It's almost like some of them recognize you, but, you know, you're a pretty distinctive group. Especially since you're carrying swords everywhere, so it's not super surprising. You notice a cat.
Ooh. Hello.
It is orange, and it flicks its tail as you get closer.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and I'm going to try to scritch it.
It flicks its tail and runs away.
Oh, come. Okay.
Jemba sort of turns behind and goes, "Hurry!"
I accepted his runaway. And
Such is life.
happens, you know? Cats just don't like you.
Nope.
Mike, what's your character's name again?
Trindek.
Aga goes up to Trindak and is like, hey, are you feeling better about going into the tunnels today? I know that wasn't the most fun for you last time.
Right, as long as they're not too close in.
Okay.
Right, are they, he said they're the spacious kind.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, I think they're probably going to be sort of similar to last time, but if we're smuggling lots of stuff, they definitely have to be bigger.
Okay, that's fair.
I may
Yeah, I'll
have
I'll
something I
mentally
can
prepare.
do, Trindak, that will help, at least for a brief while, if things become intense.
Okay, that's good to know.
It'll only last for a minute, though, so...
I have some beer.
I might partake in that at some point. That would be nice, but I'll do my best to mentally prepare. I'll take deep breaths, I guess.
I'll show you some meditation techniques.
Okay. Alright, I hope that none of you are stopping in the middle of the street as you do that.
No.
Okay. Because Jambus would get very pissed off. Alright, so as you're making your way through the comma, Jambus again is just sort of twisting and turning. He walks past the house that you guys saw yesterday, but almost as if, I mean, he clearly doesn't know what it is. And it seems, for those of you who have better senses of direction, which I don't know if any of you actually have, do you?
No.
Senses of direction.
I don't
Yeah.
think we have the feet for that.
Does the Wanderer trait count?
Sure!
Probably.
Hey, Mike, what kind of dwarf are you?
Mountain.
Hey, you're underground. Guess what you can do?
Are we underground yet?
No.
Not under-
We're in the streets.
What can I do, Ryan?
Never mind. I thought you were in a different place, but you're not.
Nope.
I guess I'll find out.
There will be a statement.
If
will
you're
be-
talking about dark vision, I got that.
Well, I think it's not specific to mountain dwarves, is it? Anyway.
Yeah, that's all doors.
They're continuing on.
They are continuing on. Since you are a wanderer, Trendak, you know you're heading closer to the south gate, but sort of parallel to it, not directly towards it. So Jambus sort of reaches another building that's sort of quiet, and it looks similar to the place where you ended up going in last night, but it's not. It has a different colored curtain protecting it from the outside. And as you go in, he sort of says, "Be ready." And you start heading down the tunnels.
I am ready.
Alright. So as you're heading through the tunnels, it sort of gets... It's dank and cool. They're rather closed off right at the beginning, so they start off very narrow and kind of uncomfortable, and then widen once you've gotten far enough down. And there's no signs anywhere. There's many different twists and turns, but Jambus sort of takes them as if he knows where he's at, and you can hear dripping of water, and it's silent. And then Jambus sort of pauses in front of a fork, and there's 3 tunnels that sort of go like this. Just right, middle, and left, and he pauses for a second. And do any of you read Thieves' Cant?
Nope.
I don't think so, but we'll check.
I mean, if you don't read it all, would you be able to read Thieves'
An
Cant?
excellent point. I can't remember. I forgot about
If you're
that.
not a rogue, you can't read it.
You could get it from a background.
You can get it from background. Definitely.
Well, I can't read, and I forgot about that. I try really hard to, because at this point I can't really tell the difference between other types of writing and the types that I know. So I'm going to go up to it and be like, okay, I'm pretty sure you taught me how to read this. And I'm going to try really hard and get there.
Jambus sort of pats your... What? Okay.
I get that is not something that is not written in the common tongue. It is not
okay,
what you have
so-
been learning.
Okay. I got that.
Okay.
You're doing good, kiddo.
Well, thank you. So are you. You're doing great.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah. I mean, I completely forgot that we're underground. I thought that you forgot we were underground too, with how well that you're doing.
That's, yeah. Uh-huh.
Ah, okay. I keep walking.
Alright. As you keep walking, Jambus sort of leans in and sort of just suddenly turns right, and you follow him. He seems to know which way he's going.
Can I write down like the different turns we make just so I know the way
Yes.
back? Thank you.
Emily, you're gone.
Ah, dang it.
Emily,
New Wi-Fi's a slipping.
Ah, there you are.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Thank you for telling me.
okay.
Renta, where is the list? I need to find the passive perceptions. Who has passive you have 12. Okay, so you notice someone behind you.
I have 12.
Okay, both of you notice someone behind you.
Do we know who it is?
You have a sneaking suspicion.
Are we in the streets or in the tunnels?
You are now
We're
in the tunnels.
now.
You are underground.
No,
Thank
I don't
you. I was cutting out
remember
earlier.
that we're in the tunnel Bible.
You went through! It gets narrower! It gets wider! The tunnel splits in three! You went to the right! Jeez. Yes, you are in the tunnels.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I don't know what else to do. I know my brain isn't all here, but clearly nobody else's is either.
It's okay, you told us we were underground. And then I told...
Me.
Why can't I remember your character's name? It's like, I just can't. I cannot.
Trindak.
Trindak or Trindek.
I think if people just change, like, does my name... Here, hold on. Let me see if...
Like our name on the chat below?
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to
If you
change...
have a thing on the bottom, there's like a thing where it says as, and then
Oh,
you
there
can
we
use
go.
it.
Yeah.
It's just Mike's character's name. Everyone else I've got it.
Oh, where did
Yep.
I go? What's happening?
There we go. So just... So if you go to settings and then change the display name, you could just change your display name to
Because I know all
your
of your
character name.
That is
Yeah.
good. I like that.
So just go
I
ahead
can
and
no
do
longer see my square. Can everyone see me?
I can
I
see...
can't see.
No.
No.
Okay, I'll be right back.
It's a virus spreading amongst the 6 of us.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
Computer viruses can only be spread by sneezing.
I am a physics and music major. Clearly, I have background in this.
When I think back to what I learned from my physics degree, it was how to suffer.
Rip.
Also
Yep.
some physics.
Some
A
physics.
smattering of physics and a lot of suffering.
A smattering. Oh, it is now a running joke amongst my friends here to mention MATLAB in front of me, so that way I get pissed.
MATLAB is wonderful.
I love MATLAB. Everyone gives me shit for coding everything in MATLAB, and I'm like, listen, this is what I know.
MATLAB is great.
I hate MATLAB.
Fucking love MATLAB. Like, did you know I evolved like robots in MATLAB?
That's
I heard
amazing.
about. I remember
Oh, yeah.
about this. You're back. Welcome, Emily.
Hello.
Yay.
So we continue down the tunnels.
Yes.
Yes. So we noticed.
And of
somebody-
course, the one character we all need, whose name we all need, is not being displayed. It's still just Michael D.
Yeah, I don't know why. Do I have to refresh?
Did you save
No.
it?
So,
They have to go to
You have to
settings.
push the save name button.
Oh, I have to. No, I have to do it in the.
Settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay! This is so much cooler. Okay. I
There you
prefer
go.
this.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah, because now it makes life so much easier.
so we noticed Nick's behind us.
Yes. Rent and Trindak notice a thing behind you, and you assume it is Nyx.
Just gonna shift over to Jambus and let him know that someone from the organization is following us.
He nods. I expected this.
I start hyperventilating a little.
Alright,
What
Jambus.
do we do?
Turn back.
It's like clearly taking effort out of him.
Amazing. Jambus just starts walking faster. And you're twisting, you're turning, you're going through tunnels. And suddenly you reach an area that becomes significantly wider and seems to have a way going up to the surface. You do not go up to the surface. You are still underground.
Yes.
But it is a wider area.
Wait, so there's like a hole to the surface?
It's not a hole, it's more like a ramp upward that you assume could be used to the surface. And Jambus stops and says, "This is where we wait."
Wait.
Yes.
Why?
How long do we expect it to be before the shipment arrives?
Not long.
Okay, not long. Not long is good.
And
Okay. Oh, okay.
there
How much
is...
longer?
Jambus sort of shoots you a look and is like,
Okay,
I have
sorry.
no idea. But within 5 minutes, you start hearing rumblings, and light sort of pierces in. Something starts coming down. It seems as if it's being not levitated necessarily, but it is a trunk, and two people you see are lowering it down with ropes, and it ends in the middle of this room, and Jambus starts forward. Pick it up.
Okay.
Very well.
And he takes a pouch out of a satchel that he'd been carrying and ties it to one of the ropes, and then after making sure that the trunk has been removed from the ropes, he sort of tugs on the ropes, and the rope with the satchel with the little pouch of gold goes up. At that point, two veiled figures step into the room. And oh my God, Sarah!
Sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
Sarah's name is half upside down for the recording.
How did you pull that off?
You know, when you don't know how to read or write, you know, you only try your best.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
You hurt me, but I love it. Okay. This relationship is probably not healthy.
Sarah's currently being Dark Souls, don't worry about it.
It's fine. Alright.
The two figures step out.
The two figures step out, and
Two veiled figures.
two veiled figures, all in black. And the more perceptive of you see that they have... Trindak suddenly keels over with a pang.
All the sausages.
bolt falls from the ceiling and hits Arantha. Alright. So, you see the insignia, and it has the lightning bolt on it, and
at this point, Nyx, who is not wearing his veil but is still attired in the same fashion, steps out from the tunnel behind you and goes, "Well, there certainly seems to be a lot more of you than I was led to believe, but this is the nature of intelligence gathering, I suspect. Which one of you happens to be Jambus Starkir? Any chance?" He looks right at Jambus.
Jambus sort of looks forward and says, "That would be I."
Have you found accommodations to your liking, Jambus? I trust this shipment, much like the others, has been satisfactory.
He nods. Yes.
But yet, I don't recall ever actually seeing a missive from you stating that you are going to be in this tunnel on this specific date. Now, why would that be?
May I know whom I am speaking to?
Before I tell him that, can I get an insight check on him to make sure, like, how is he, I want to know how he's feeling about this. Is he nervous? Is he calm? Like, I want to get, like, a general feel for this guy.
He is trying to figure out how to put this.
Do you want to make me roll insight on this, or you're just going to give this?
I mean, I'm going to give it to you because he did walk into a room yesterday to speak with your boss.
Yeah, he
pretty
did.
much, and then you followed him after he left your place. So, and you need to meet him here. So, it's up to you. Pretty much, he thinks it's a bogus question.
Okay. I think I'll hold on that until after I see what's in the box.
He sort of pulls out 2 more pouches, and he says, "This is the payment that I owe you for using the tunnels."
And the payment we will collect in due time.
And then this is the payment for not opening the box. I can assure you, it will not harm anyone in its current form.
I would like to insight check that statement.
Go ahead.
Can I also insight check that statement?
Yes.
Fuck. Roll the 4.
In its current form? That is an interesting way of phrasing that. It worries me a bit.
Who else is doing it? Alright.
Oh, dang it.
As far as all of you know, he is telling the truth.
At least.
Oh, wow.
Arenza, he is still telling the truth.
Ouch. That hurts.
It's that phrase, in its current form, that I'm curious about. Because, see, that implies that in the form it will eventually become, it will hurt people. And as I'm sure you're aware, it is our business to know what sort of harmful things appear in this city.
Jebus nods.
So...
When I say its current form, I mean that the substance that the 3 queens would prefer it not be in the city. In the forms it could become, some may be dangerous and some may be very helpful. It simply depends on whose hands they fall into. But as I'm sure you know, I have no intention of letting it fall into the wrong hands.
As an above-game question, Maria, real quick, what are our exact orders? Are we...
Sorry, 1 second. Alright, one more time. The sirens are coming.
As an above-game question, were we ordered to inspect the contents, or do our bosses not give a shit?
It is expected that, in general, you will inspect the contents of any shipment that goes through the tunnels. It is up to you and those around you if you choose to do that.
So, I look to the other two members of my group, and I switch to Thieves' Cant, and I say, fall back a bit, but stay close.
They nod.
Out of sight, at least.
And sort of fade into the shadows.
I step forward at this point, holding my hands kind of out away from my sides to show that I'm not going to go for a weapon. And I say, my friend, I'm sure you understand the position you are put in. We need to know what it is you are bringing in. Whatever it is, I can give you my word. I will not attempt to confiscate it, unless it proves an active danger to my organization. Whatever it is you're bringing in, we are more than willing to allow you to bring in, but we need to know what it is.
Jembus sort of looks you over and says, I hope you do not take this in a way in which it is not meant. While I am very willing to trust your word, I am not so trusting of the fact that your superiors won't, upon hearing what this is, come after me to try and receive a part of this shipment without, shall we say, paying the price for which I want to sell it. And I am not sure you can give me the assurance that it would not, that would not happen.
On an above game level question real quick, Maria, is that something they do? Like, is there somewhat of honor among thieves, or is that just not even a thing?
There is some honor among thieves, given that you guys are like it's not nearly as cutthroat, but there are unspoken laws. You are expected to keep your word with those with whom you are working. You are not expected to give promises for people above you, so your superior could theoretically come after him and be like, nah, we changed our mind.
Cool, thank you.
As long as it's in the tunnels. And it's Maria. Sarah is the only person who gets to say Maria.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Why is that?
Because Sarah refuses to try, and Sarah is my therapist.
I can't, though.
I know. I meant that in a loving way.
Nyx just looks Jambus up and down for a second, then says, "You understand that should I report back to my superiors and tell them that I don't know what is in this mysterious box of yours, it will only make them more curious as to what it is."
You assume that you need to tell them.
Regardless, they will find out. It doesn't matter whether they find out from me or from one of their other agents.
I will take that chance. The more people I get through without showing it, the easier it will be to keep a larger part.
Fair enough. I step, so Nick steps forward, picks up both of the pouches of money, tucks them into their pack, and says, "Would you care for an escort out of the tunnels, or do you know the way?"
An escort would be appreciated. We never know what one might encounter.
Very well, then, Nick. and they sort of turn, and like with a flourishing bow, just kind of gesture towards the tunnel that they came from.
Okay. Are you going to pick up the pouch of gold that he threw at you?
I already picked up both of them.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Alright, so as you're heading out, who is carrying this chest?
I suspect it would be Prindak or I.
How
Yeah.
big is this chest?
It's about 2 feet long by 1.5 feet wide by about 1 foot tall, and it is not light.
Oh,
Okay.
So one person could carry it, 2 people
That
would
would
carry
fit
it more
inside
easily.
your squirrel of holding, wouldn't it?
Oh. It would get in the way of all the lunches he's packed.
You can do it.
Hey, question. So, like, assuming people are walking past me with this chest, can I, like, I'm gonna go into Jasper and have him sniff it.
The chest?
Yeah, so sniff the box.
And you're in Jasper?
See if it smells funny.
It smells like flowers.
Okay, that's fine.
when people pick it up, does it make any sound? Is it like money moving?
If
There is some clinking.
if I'm carrying it, do I recognize the scent?
You would not.
Okay.
Wish I had magic.
Okay. And
So who's carrying the box?
Could I roll a nature check? Well, I
Sure.
guess you already said I don't. Well,
you
I'll
could
just-
roll a nature check for it.
Yeah.
You still don't recognize it.
Yeah.
Would I?
Uh,
Being from a different region?
yeah, sure, go ahead.
No.
This is very recognizable as flowers.
But
Our olfactory senses are just shutting down today.
Yep. Not everyone's rolling well today.
If it has any military implications, I might recognize it.
I may too in that aspect.
All of you are highly likely to recognize it.
Okay, then I'm not going to bother.
Except, like, the two that already went were the most likely to do so.
Okay,
So,
then we continue walking through some tunnels.
you continue walking through some tunnels. As you walk through tunnels, roll me perception checks, please.
right, reception.
Rip.
Okay.
Too focused on the chest.
Wait. Why? Okay. Wait. Nature. Okay. Orentha, you hear something moving.
In the chest?
No.
Oh. In front of us, behind us, above us.
In front of you. And
I motioned everyone to stop.
as you do so, roll initiative. And, hold up, before we do that, don't actually do it. Select your character, and I will create a token for the two of you who do not yet have tokens.
We can't see the map yet.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me get there really quick. Don't roll initiative yet, then.
Not rolling initiative.
Let's make a new map, because I forgot that y'all need maps. Maps. You
Yeah.
are facing up. There's this tunnel and this, and you've ended up back at the...
If you're expecting us to
Where are
see
you
something,
from?
we're
I'm
still looking at the
moving.
map.
I forgot to move the players. The thing is that I have to move and then you guys have to move.
Yep. Okay. It's a map.
The number of times you guys have fought underground is scary. Okay. I really dislike how this works. Okay. Alright, Agate's here. Orentha. Cernixia. Trindeck and Zolaris require... No, not Trindeck. Trindeck and Nyx, there we go. Edit. Pull up a token.
Oh, I can roll initiative now.
Yes.
You click on the token and then you roll initiative.
Yes. Trindeck, you said you are a... I'm going to use this one for you, Trindeck.
Swear.
Okay.
And then cancel.
Okay, hang on. I'm so sorry. How do you roll initiative?
You click on your token,
Got it.
and then you click on the little thing that says initiative on your character sheet.
Or no, actually, no. Okay, never mind. There are no fun elves.
I can't tell if it's allowing me to click on my token.
You do not yet have one. It is just there, and I am currently in the process of making it functional for you.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then you have represents Nyx, and then this is HP, AC, and speed. Okay. Save changes. So that should be Nyx, and then this one represents Trindeck.
There we go.
HP, HP, AC, speed. Come on, you. Speed. And then Trindeck, character sheet, edit. You select a token, save changes, save changes. Okay, that should work. Can everyone select their character?
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Whew. And I will figure out how to make it more functional later. Okay, and now let's also have... I will let this one be Jambus. And... What do you need, Derek? Why did you send me that? Derek?
Yeah, it's a link that maybe tells you how to make HP visible to other people without giving us access to edit it.
That's fine. We can figure that out at some point.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
it should be.
Because
Well, if you guys actually added your HP, that's weird.
Well, I see my, it's there, I see my HP.
Oh, that should be speed. There, that should work. I don't see what the problem is.
No. But we don't have to worry about it now, it's not.
It works for me. I am seeing bars on all of you except for...
You're the GM.
That's fine. It doesn't matter for right now.
We don't need to worry about it right now.
Okay. And then I'll just... What are you guys doing with the chest?
So we're assuming I'm the one holding it, right?
I think so.
It's either you or Cernix, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say I was holding it and, at the time was concentrating on the chest, just moving along.
Okay.
So, I was
So-
whether I was leading, whatever position makes sense.
I think Orentha and I were probably in the lead.
Sounds good. Just
You don't want the
arrange
person
yourselves
carrying the goods in the front.
Okay.
as you will.
I would be in the back with Trindak.
So where is the front? Is it
I
here?
The front is where you just showed, yes.
okay. So
So Agate,
Yeah.
yeah.
and Trindak should probably move
So I should
next to
be
Jambus, maybe. Like there.
there.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Alright. And you've all, Nyx, Orentha, Trindak, all have that. I will roll initiative for the creatures that are coming upon you. Okay? And I will add them in a second, and then numerically descending. And this is not what it looks like. It is the best approximation I could find.
Are these those
I'd take-
are these myconids?
No. What part
Okay.
of this is not what they look like?
Well, I don't know if it's exactly like. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll go with that, despite the fact that I hate the white space on it. But, okay. So, Nyx, you from the back can see this giant, by which I mean large, amorphous black thing that starts moving forward, and it almost looks like a shadow has peeled itself from the wall. And is heading straight towards you. What do you do?
I don't like this because I know what this is, and I know what I'm going to do, and it's not going to work.
Ryan?
I was muted, sorry.
Okay.
Where exactly is the chest?
The chest is... That is a very good question.
I am holding the
Yeah,
chest.
so for right now, let's say Trindak has it, and then I will try and find something.
What should I do with this?
Oh great, illustrious GM. If I go here,
Where's
sorry,
here?
I need to.
If you press and hold for a while...
If I go here, will I still have line of sight on this fucker?
No.
Fuck. Alright.
So you can sort of see it's moving almost to here, so it's like almost half between those squares, and it's just oozing.
Right, so in that case, the short bow will come out. I will step up behind... Is this Cyrenixia? I think.
Cyrenixia is this character.
Oh, okay, so no, that's the merchant.
Orentha.
Yes, Jambus. This is
So
Jambus.
I will step behind Jambus, crouch down behind him. I would like to use my bonus action to hide, if I may.
Okay.
That's a 12,
Okay.
and then I will take a shot at it with the short bow.
Sounds good.
That is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Do I get Snurk Return?
Sneak attack.
Well, you're the first to attack.
Yeah, but I hid first. I use my bonus action first to stealth. If it doesn't see me with that 12 stealth check, then I get sneak attack.
Alternatively, if Orentha around that corner counts as being adjacent, that would also provide sneak attack.
I would say no, just because it's very aware that you're there, and your stealth has nothing to do with whether or not it's surprised by you. So no.
Well, if
Well,
you
it's not a
do,
matter of surprise. It's if
you
it
do-
doesn't see me.
So
Okay.
he's
the rogue,
hiding behind
take a
people.
bonus action to
Okay.
hide.
You don't get surprised though.
Okay, that's fine. So still takes 5 piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's my move, my bonus, and my action, so that's my turn.
Okay, so Orentha, you see an arrow sort of fly above your head, and and it pierces this shadow that seems to it's hit by it, but then it sort of seems to squeeze around it. And as you are looking at it, you see the arrow begin to dissolve.
Boy.
Oh,
That's impolite.
yep, I know what this is.
I think I also
I don't know if
do.
Cyrenixia does, but I do.
I'm gonna assume I shouldn't punch it. And I don't have magic fists yet because 3rd level. So I'm gonna throw the dagger I stole from Nyx at it.
Okay.
I'm also going to move.
That's equivalent to, I think, a short bow attack for you. So
20, dagger is 2060, dex plus prof because you're proficient with it, and then 1d4 plus dex.
Yeah. So that would still be my. It would just be my unarmed. Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
yeah,
That's a 21 to hit.
that hits. No,
Nope. 5 damage.
that also hits.
Piercing. And then do I get... I don't have a second attack.
Nope.
That's
Okay. Agate, what would you like to do?
I would
Oh,
like.
just kidding. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Can I spend a key point to do patient defense?
Yes.
Thank you. That's
I would like to use my to run around to here, and I would like to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
I'm not sure you have line of sight on it from there.
Here?
From here? Oh, from there. Why did I see? I saw you being like here, and I was like, you can't see it. I'm sorry.
I moved first.
Okay, cool.
I know.
Yes, please hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Ew.
24 hits.
Oh, rip.
You really need Agonizing Blast. I don't want to tell you how to play, but you really should get
You're
Agonizing
like the first person to tell me this. I know.
Blast. Not that it would necessarily help, but you would still get some. All right. Anything else you would like to do, Agate?
Oh, you're not in a good place right now, are you, Trindak?
Is it me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I quickly asked Jambus, what do I do with the chest? Drop and fight or hold and move?
Kill it.
What do I do, boss?
Okay.
Bludgeon it with the chest.
No, I drop the chest and I move in, and now that my concentration has been broken, I'm just gonna be like, you're keeping me from getting out of this place. So I draw my great axe. I'm just gonna.
Don't forget to rage.
Yes, I
You're a
believe.
barbarian?
Yeah.
Burn.
I love the goofy laugh. It's like, yeah.
This is gonna go so badly.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rage, and then
Okay.
see how that goes.
You have a great axe, right? Yep. Oh boy, this is bad.
Maybe it hits.
Swing at it.
No, if he hits, it's worse.
It's
Oh,
not
well, yeah.
necessarily bad. It could be bad.
No, it's gonna be super bad.
It hits Trindak. Roll for damage, please.
Oh boy, this is not good.
How do I?
You click on the Great Axe Rage in the chat.
Oh, okay, I see.
Nice.
Nice. If only it did anything.
Okay, 1 second. Let's make sure we do this right.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You should have bludgeoned it with the chest. It would have been much better for it.
Okay. First, Trendak, you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Acid.
Yay! Which I've not resisted. Wait, so acid is not the same as poison, right?
No.
Yeah.
Your Great Axe takes a -1 to its damage rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stole.
Wait, is it non-magical?
It is non-magical.
Okay. Is it made of metal or wood?
Metal.
Okay. It is destroyed.
Oh, damn. well, metal, actually, I mean, kind of rock. I mean, it's like obsidian, so I don't know.
Okay, we'll say it takes... Yeah, we will say... Oh no, it's ammunition. Never mind. Okay, so it's just -1. Sorry.
So it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah. And... Okay, and after that,
Oh boy.
be putting splits.
But yeah.
Yep.
It what? What did you say?
It didn't seem like it was hurt at all by the slashing damage.
Is this a gelatinous cube?
Nope.
This is a black pudding.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It looks
god,
like
Maya.
So much worse.
I believe it does, since it does not seem to be immune to non-magical weapons. Okay. So,
Can I continue to? Oh wait, no, I can't move away after that.
hold on.
No, I'm good.
Okay. And let's add red and you. There we go. Anything else you would like to do, Trindak?
I don't believe I can do much more.
Okay.
When I see that happen, I'm like, what the fuck, Trindak? Why'd you make 2 of them?
Wait,
Jambus.
actual question. Were there 2 of them already, or did I split it into 2?
You split it into 2.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Derek,
Blame
sorry.
this on me.
Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't think it says weapons. It's non-magical weapons. It just it specifies slashing damage, if I recall.
Okay.
Which is
it
relevant
takes-
because if I see him hurting it, then I may attack. But
So if it takes slashing damage, it does work, is what you're saying? Or like that's what makes it split?
no. I'm just gonna be quiet now unless I'm asked to speak more
Okay.
for things.
Oh, you're right. Okay, fine.
Did it
I'm
not-
sorry.
It did not take damage on that last one.
It did split in half though.
It did split in half, though.
It didn't take damage?
It didn't look like
Trindak
it
did nothing except split it in half.
What the fuck, Trindak?
Jambus picks up the chest and starts running.
Running where?
Ow. Okay, so Nixia, your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to step up here, and I am going to cast Burning Hands, which actually, thank you for splitting it, because now there's 2 targets that can deal damage to.
Nice.
So, that's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It fails.
Okay. What about the second one?
It fails.
They both take 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Does the fire seem to hurt it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, seeing...
Okay. Seeing?
Oh yeah, no, just, yeah, seeing how ineffective Trindak's axe was, I think my sword is not the right option.
Okay.
And that'll be everything.
Okay. And now...
It rolled so low. That's wonderful.
Yep. The blue black pudding will reach out and attack you.
With this, okay.
11 to hit.
Nope.
Okay.
Thanks for jumping in front of me.
The red one will move forward and attack Trindak.
Oh.
13 to hit.
No.
Okay. They flicker and start moving up on to the ceiling.
How high is the ceiling?
They're moving up towards the ceiling. They're more about a height right now.
How high is the ceiling?
10 feet? 8 feet?
Okay.
8 feet.
So I can still
Yes.
smack them, or... Okay.
Nyx! You see these things split.
So, Nyx looks at them and goes, well, I guess this can't be helped now. Moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. Is going to use their action to take a shot at the blue
Okay.
with the short bow. That's a 10 to hit,
That
I
hits.
believe. Okay, dealing plus, because they're engaged now. 1. Fuck.
Oh.
So it's fine. 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
With their bonus action, Nyx is going to yell in Thieves' Cant, hoping beyond hope that their other two comrades are going to hear, is going to say, follow Jambus in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, Orentha.
Okay. Seeing them go into 2, I will run around to the opposite side of the one fighting the stair next to us and punch it with my fist.
Okay.
That sounds painful. Good luck.
It's
Just take minus
the same amount of damage as a dagger.
Yeah.
That seems less fun. I'm gonna do it anyway. 24.
That hits. Is this with a dagger or your fists?
My fist.
Okay.
Bludgeoning damage.
You take 4 acid damage. And are you hitting the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that takes 6 bludgeoning damage. Anything else you would like to do? Oh, you have advantage. That's fine. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, it was high anyway.
Yeah.
I would like to use key point flurry of blows.
Okay.
Do another unarmed attack.
That hits.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Ow, 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 ow.
Die already!
You take another 4.
Another 4. How do I keep doing that? And then with my new class ability, I automatically disengage when I do flurry of blows, so I will run away.
That is good.
Cool.
I wish we had Jammer here.
It's not enough that there's 5 of you against these poor things.
Well, there's
You
5
want
of us,
more.
but half of us are
Yeah, I'm useless.
Jammer would already
pretty ineffective.
Jamra would already be down at this
No, he would have been in the back, and he'd be able to fire them, which does actual damage.
point. Yes.
Agate.
Alright, I am going to use... Each square is 3, right?
5.
5 feet.
So, I'm gonna do... people, kind of? Around people?
You're
Yes.
gonna do what around people?
You can move through your friends.
5,
Yes.
10, 15, 25, 30, 35. I think that's what I have.
Oh, hello. Oh, you moved.
I'm gonna dart back to Arentha, and I'm gonna tell everyone, watch out, and then a 15-foot cone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But before
Give an
you do
attack.
that, let me do an attack of opportunity, which does not hit.
Burning hands.
What are you doing?
Burning hands.
Oh,
Okay.
hey! Burning hands, friend.
That hits.
Okay.
It's a saving throw versus dexterity.
Okay, and then do I...
Oh, yeah, you're
No,
right.
that's just your damage.
That's your damage. Let me do the... what's your save, DC?
Where do I find that?
Oh, never mind.
Your DC would be 8 plus proficiency plus your charisma.
So
8. But my charisma is 5.
So
13.
it's 15.
What?
We're trying to figure out what her...
Her spell DC.
Your spell save DC is 13.
Yeah,
Thir-
it should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So neither of them saves. And they both take 8?
Both hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so burning hands at the two of them is just a sheet of fire, and they both take 8 hit points. They start to like boil a little bit.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. The blue one is out. And sort of
Oh.
boils into and off the ground. Those of you in the front have your eyebrows singed a little bit.
I'm resistant to fire damage.
That's fine. You only one eyebrow is singed.
I have
Anything
dex
else, Agate?
advantage on spells, so.
Anything else, Agate?
Save my-
That is all.
All right, Trindak.
Alright, I'm gonna. Seeing that all I did was split them, I am now mad, but I am going to back up, which I understand will, cause opportunity. But I'll back up.
Well, actually, the red one last used its reaction on Agate, so...
Okay. So I'll back up, and then, because as a barbarian I come equipped with a couple of javelins, I will send a javelin hurtling into it.
Sounds good.
Imagine you throw it as you're running backwards. Like,
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I also have to. I mean, that's damage. But I'll roll. That's a
That
9.
hits.
Yay! So 7 damage.
Okay.
Piercing.
It
And
becomes
goodbye to javelin.
very small. The javelin sort of lands in it and then clatters to the ground. It looks worse for wear, but not horrible. Jambus keeps running. Cernixia?
Okay. I will step back and unleash a bolt of fire.
Okay.
Three points of fire.
Fantastic.
And then I will step back in.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. That's my job.
The pudding moves forward and does a 23 hit?
It's just outside of shield range. That does hit.
Oh, wrong one. This one.
If it was a 21, I would have been fine.
That's an 8 bludgeoning damage plus. Da, 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 da. One
sounds
second.
painful.
That's a lot. Plus 22 acid damage.
So a total of 30 damage.
Yes.
I'm out.
Okay. And your non-magical armor takes a negative
minus
1 penalty.
Yep.
Cyrenixia falls.
That's rough.
And the ooze starts moving forward. Next!
Well, upon seeing that, I'm going to use my... It's now engaged with me, so I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage. We're going to get back up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way back here.
Bye.
Rogue, and it's what I do. And then we're going to shoot it, because that seems to be sort of working. Let's find out if it works this time. That's a
That
13
hits.
to hit. Let's get some good damage at 4. No, not good damage. Apparently we're just not going to get good damage today, but that's fine. That's my turn.
Okay. It looks very weak. And you start hearing footsteps running. Orentha.
Things there next to it go down. Alright, just gonna run up and punch it.
Punch
I have a
it.
question.
Go ahead. Yes.
I have to do little. Can't short swords do? Oh, short swords do piercing, not slashing damage.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Hold on.
They
I
do.
think so, yeah.
I have it in my.
Stab.
I could have been. I'm gonna stab it.
Okay. Stab it. It is stabbed.
5 damage.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Stab me?
And you
Says
take
Black Pudding.
6 acid damage.
Great, and then I'm gonna punch it with my.
And it is
fist.
down before you punch it.
Okay.
How much health do you have left?
9.
Okay.
The short sword also takes a negative 1 penalty to its damage. What are you doing?
I was trying to change my stat.
Well, you definitely changed something. Alright. And Jambus sort of... Are they dead?
If someone could help me, that would be appreciated.
You are not able to speak.
I'll go up to Cyrenixia and do a medicine check,
Okay.
since I can't heal.
Do you have anyone who can heal?
Me!
I see.
But I paid 45 gold for it.
Yes, you did. Cyrenixia is, I believe, stabilized, correct?
Yep.
I feel like it's an 11 and or 10 and above and you're stabilized. So, Cyrenixia is stabilized.
I'm gonna try to slap her awake. Even though I know it won't work.
There's
With acid
And there's
hands.
a point of damage. I'm dying again.
her heart is beating, so you are aware that she is not dead. All right, what else?
So the puddings are pudding. I will be a good friend. Cyrenixia, my healing potion.
You have to push open her mouth and place it in her mouth.
Wow.
I will go like this. And just pour it right in.
Okay, and
What? 2d4 plus 2?
Yes.
2d4 plus 2 basic healing.
Which Agate should probably roll since it's her healing potion.
If you'd like to roll.
Agate should roll it.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I...
Slash
2d4?
roll 2d4
so-
plus 2.
Backslash?
Forward slash.
The question mark
Forward
slash.
slash, yeah, my bad.
I never know which one's backslash and a forward slash.
Forward.
The other one.
It's
Yeah.
forward
The other
slash R.
And then you need an R.
With spaces between the R and the 2.
Also, on the left-hand side, there's a little 20-sided die that can menus
Oh, or
on
that.
each type.
Oh my gosh.
The other one.
The other slash.
That's
The other
amazing.
slash.
Okay, Sarah, here we go. The question mark slash.
Copy.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Yay.
9.
Woo! I glance around.
After
Proceed to
multiple
left.
nat ones.
Thank you, Agate. I am in your debt.
Welcome. I mean, can I check the ooze puddle on the floor to see if there's anything interesting in it?
Yes. Which puddle would you like to check?
I would like to check the red puddle.
Okay.
Perception?
Yes. Or investigation. Or some. Yeah, let's just go with perception. 17. You see nothing.
I intimidate the dead puddle.
Has Gambit stopped running away?
No, he has stopped.
He has stopped running
Yes,
away.
he has stopped.
Good.
Alright, anything else?
What about the other pudding?
Are you checking with intimidation?
I will check with perception.
Okay.
My eyes can be very intimidating.
Yes, they apparently can be.
There is nothing in there either.
I scared away the items.
Yes.
You did.
I am fully enraged.
Does it look like the leftover pudding is still acidic?
Yes.
Hey, Agate?
Huh?
Can I have that healing potion vial?
Sure. Give it to her.
Can I fill it with the acidic black pudding?
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check really quick.
Oh boy.
Theoretically, I should be good at it.
Okay, you take... Wow.
Bye, guys.
Your hand just falls in and
You
dissolves.
take 3 points of damage.
Okay. My hand goes in and my face is...
One tiny puddle and it basically acts like quicksand. You just disappear.
Oh, jeez. That's a good one. I will keep that in mind for next time.
Okay, so I have a vial of black pudding goo
Yes. Yes, you do.
that I might throw at someone.
Okay, anything else anyone else would like to do?
I would like to just to see if there's any footsteps coming down these hallways.
Yes, you see 2 veiled members of the Nicto Kurasis
I'm gonna say,
heading towards you.
I'd like to dump 8 points of lay on hands into me.
Okay.
I ask Arentha to help me calm down.
I sit down on the floor in
Yes, I'm
front of
getting
him.
real low.
in my meditation.
Where on the floor, Arentha?
Not in the black pudding.
Okay, just double checking.
And I
I'm gonna
show
tell
him how to sit.
like, guys, there's people coming. We should get out of here.
You don't have to worry. They're with me. Nick steps forward to meet with the two veiled figures who I'm assuming are the same two people who did hear me, which is a nice thing.
Yep.
He steps forward to meet with them. He says to them in Thieves' Cant, "We dealt with it. Back to the original plan. You can stick with us this time."
Okay. And Jeb is sort of like hand on chest. Some of you should go in front. Let's keep walking.
And patient.
I will take the front.
Okay.
I will continue in second.
I'll go in the back.
All right. So,
Who's carrying the chest now?
Jambus is expecting one of you to pick it up now.
I can take it back again.
Okay.
So that way I can concentrate.
I'll just lump them. All right. The rest of your walk back to the surface is uneventful. It's like it's not unobtrusive. What's the word? Aphasia. And once you get to the surface, Jambus turns to Nix and says, "Thank you for your assistance."
What did he say?
As soon as you get to the surface, Jambus turns to you and says, "Thank you for your assistance."
It was a pleasure. Nix bows before him and says, "I do believe you will be hearing from my employers at some point in the not-so-distant future."
All right. And as soon as Nix leaves, Jambus turns to the other four of you and says, "Does anyone have any idea how to carry this unobtrusively through the city streets? I would prefer to avoid tunnels if possible."
Unobtrusive.
Will it?
Trindeck.
Does its volume fit in Jasper?
Yes.
So I'm gonna be like, well, okay. So I entered. Jasper gives back all the snacks. I'm like, guys, I packed you snacks. Food. A little
Thank you,
hungry after the fight. No. And then I'm like, I can do it. And then I'm gonna give Jasper the box.
Okay. Jambus sort of looks from you to Jasper and back to you and says, "An interesting creature. You and I
Is it a
will have to
problem?
speak later."
Is it a problem that I picture the chipmunk opening it like when the cat swallows all the people in fucking Captain Marvel?
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yes, it is a problem. It is up to Sarah what it looks like.
Yeah, I think that is good. But like, you can clearly tell, like really imperceptible that this thing is like out.
working.
I am providing a video.
Oh, jeez. Michael! No! Alright, you guys make your way back home. And each go on your way to recover from this morning's adventure, shall we say. And Jambus sort of looks at you, Agate, and says, "Keep the chest for now. It is more secure where no one can find it. We will speak after I have taken a bath." And he walks off. And that is where we will pick up on Monday. If Nix, were you following them?
No.
Okay. So no, there is no chance you saw any of that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll find it later. It's fine.
All right. So you're back at the house. I will stop it.